Okay, so this next one is not controversial, and as far as I know, there are no alien conspiracy theories about it. It's just weird. So, this is what is called the Babylonian Cyclops. It's from the Larsa period, and obviously, we've done a lot of images from this time period because there's a lot of images in this time period. Um, and it was found in the Suen Temple of, I'm going to mangle this, Khafaje. Um, anyway, so Sin is the moon god, and the thing in the figure's hand uh, looks like a weapon, um, might be a saw. If it is a saw, then that pretty well identifies this image. However, it being a saw is not necessarily it's not necessarily a hard and fast identification of that weapon. Um, so there could be wearing on the edge of the blade of a knife. In that case, then we would be looking at a figure that is well known in the Larsa period. Given that the figure has a bow and a knife, is likely to be a war god or a warrior god. And the figure with the strange head looks to be bound with his hands behind him, and that could mean that it is a defeated prisoner. When we see a saw image and we think Utu, the sun god, and then we see this the head of the creature that is being slain, our modern mind sees a sun as the head. But that is not the symbol that is generally used for the sun. Let's consider this specifically as a Cyclops-like creature, and let's consider the weapon to be a knife. Well, in that instance, Andrew George identified that figure as Nergal, and I can see where he's coming from. So, Nergal is the only deity that is so far in texts listed as having slain a what he calls monoculus. And he is definitely a warrior deity. So the weapon and the two weapons fit. Slaying a captured opponent, that sounds like something that Nergal, god of war, would do. So yeah, I can definitely see that as a pretty solid identification. Let's talk a little bit about this item in detail. It is currently in the Oriental Institute Museum in Chicago, so you could potentially, if you're in America, take a little road trip and go see it. For those of you that are in Britain, I'm sorry, go see one of the many, many images that I mentioned from the British Museum collection. The Oriental Institute and the British Museum, by the way, both have fantastic collections of Mesopotamian art. You should definitely check it out if you have the chance. The plaque was found just a little east of where Baghdad is now, in the ancient location Tutub. You'll notice that there is a difference in the leg garments that both of the figures are wearing. So the deity on the left has flowing leg garments, so probably representative of linen, and the deity on the right has leg garments that look like they've bunched up a little bit, so possibly furs. So this might be a reminiscent image of a city dweller fighting against perhaps a barbarian. That last is a guess. It is not even a very good guess. But you guess a lot when you're looking at images, particularly ones as confusing as this one. All right. Catch you guys next time, because there's not much else I can tell you about this one. It's a little odd. Hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.